Hey guys, today we are working on prep poses for headstand. Now in headstand it's very important that you have a strong shoulder girdle, and then we also have that just the mobility in the shoulders that we can stabilize them. So what we need to do is we need to help strengthen the serratus anterior to pull down or depress the shoulder blades down the back, keeping our shoulder blades in protraction versus retraction, squeezing together and separated. And we also just to make sure that we're not getting the arms to internally rotate there in the shoulders, all right? We want to have nice and neutral and a little bit more of the external rotation happening in the shoulders. We don't want to have any pressure on the cervical spine, okay? So what you need is at least one yoga block. You may use two if you want to give yourself a little extra work. And then also a yoga strap with a loop in it that will be the width of the shoulders there. If you're going to grab on hold of your opposite forearms there, that's how tight you want the loop to be around your forearms, okay? And obviously your mat. So let's hit it. First thing we'll do is we're going to work on a little bit of a table pose, but we're going to do protraction and retraction with the shoulders, okay? So remember, with protraction we separate, retraction we squeeze together, tight. Protraction, separate, retraction, squeeze together. So a good thing you can think about is like, imagine you have a pen or a pencil right between the shoulder blades, okay? Now you spread your fingers nice and wide. I want you to go ahead and inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And now when you exhale, separate the shoulder blades. If you're imagining you have that pen between your shoulder blades, it's just gonna roll right between the shoulder blades. And then at the same time, I want you to press your shoulder blades down the back. Again, inhale, squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhale, separate. Now we're not doing cow and cats here, okay? We're keeping the pelvis nice and neutral, but you are zipping up your core. Again, inhale, squeeze, and exhale, protract. Do it one more time. Squeeze. Keep that reminder, shoulder blades down and back still. Even as you're squeezing, exhale, protract, shoulder blades down. Good. First thing we want to do here, simply working on a plank. And this is where you can also grab a block right now, put a block right between the thighs, and you can also use the strap and put it right around your forearms to keep the arms in alignment with the shoulders. Hands pressed down, we'll tuck under the toes, we'll lift up into plank, heels back, you're engaging your glutes, okay? And what's nice about that strap there, your elbows cannot go out to the sides. That strap should be right above the elbows. Now, protract the shoulder blades, and then press the shoulder blades down your back. And hold here. Squeeze the block between the thighs, and zip up your core. Hold here, looking down in front of you. Shoulder blades down, so your neck should be nice and comfortable, okay? We're holding. Last breath. Press those heels back, thigh bones up towards the ceiling, engage your glutes. Good, and release. Awesome job. Okay, now, feel free to repeat that a couple more times, okay? Maybe 3 more times, just to really feel that strength of holding for 30 seconds. Second pose that we'll move on to now, okay? We're gonna do a little bit of downward facing dog. Same thing here. When we're working our arms overhead, we don't want these shoulders creeping up. You want to press the shoulder blades down, and you want to feel your ribs press towards the back of the body, okay? You can use your block, again, between your thighs to give you that extra awareness of strength between the thighs and the core. And you can even use a strap too to keep the arms at that shoulders width apart, okay? Again, you don't have to use a strap, but it's a great reminder of what you're working on. From here, we're in table. We'll tuck the toes under. Press the ground weight, lift your knees up. Now, for your thigh bones, press straight back, okay? Shoulder blades go down your back. Feel your ribs press towards the spine. Lift the glutes up. Thigh bones press back. Good, and we look right between the legs towards the knees. And then protract those shoulder blades. Feel your thigh bones press back. Hold here. Last breath. And then slowly release. You can feel free to go back to a child's pose for a moment there. And you can always open the thighs a little bit wider. Arms overhead, you can keep the arms alongside your body. That feels better. Good. Up. Now, we work into a dolphin plank. This is where a block can come in handy. In front of you, on the ground with your thick side facing the ceiling, another block can go between your thighs. We can run it lengthwise. And you can use your strap again too. Always remember that too, whenever we use props, they're signs of strength, not weakness, okay? So they really, really help us out. So with dolphin plank, you're gonna come onto the forearms first in a little dolphin table. And again, make sure that the elbows are not going out to the sides and not using that strap is wonderful. Point your fingers forward. Take the tops of your fingers past the top edge of the block and squeeze the block there. Turn your thumbs up towards the ceiling, okay? Make sure there's zero space between your fingers and the block. Now, we're hugging the elbows in, and then also depress your shoulder blades down and protract your shoulder blades. We'll tuck under the toes. We'll press back through the heel. If you need to, you can scoot up a little bit. Feel a little tug under the pubic bone. Engage your glutes. Squeeze the block between the hands and between the thighs, and actively press your shoulder blades down the back. I want you to hold here for good, 30 seconds at least. Beware that the shoulders not creeping and feel your belly lifting towards the ceiling. Zip up your core. Engage your glutes. Shoulder width down and protract them. Last breath. And release. Okay. I forgot to mention, with down dog, you can repeat that 2 more times, right? Moving on then to the dolphin plank, repeat that 2 more times as well. Okay, now we get into what we call a full dolphin pose. Same thing here. You can always use the block between your thighs, between the hands, and still use the strap around the forearms, okay? Keeping it up right above the elbows. Now, with dolphin, we want to actively press the ground away from us and make sure that we're pressing the shoulder blades down and still protracting them, and the ribs are pulling towards the back of the body. Now, what's important here is if your head is on the ground and you cannot lift your head off the ground, then you definitely just still want to work with dolphin plank, down dog, and a regular old plank to build up that shoulder strength and stability. I'll show you what I mean. So when we come up here into dolphin, we're lifting the 6 bones up. We're pressing the ground away. Shoulder blades are down the back, and you're walking your feet in half. A good tester here is to bring your head to the ground. Notice how the shoulders go down towards the earth, and then press the shoulders away and lift your head off the ground. Now, if you can't do that, then you need to stay working with dolphin plank, down dog, and regular plank. Otherwise, you're holding here in this dolphin, thigh bones pressing back, you're pressing the ground away with those forearms, shoulder blades down in protraction. You're breathing. Last breath, and then gently release. Again, remembering, we're pressing the ground away, shoulders are going down, we're pressing our thigh bones back, okay? Repeat that one now. 2 more times, just 2, okay? Once you're feeling pretty stable there, now we work up into a dolphin pose, lifting one leg up, okay? This will help to get ourselves prepared to get up into a headstand. So, we'll lose the block between the thighs. You can still use the strap between the forearms. You can still use the block in front of you. Squeeze the block, zero space between the hands and the block. Bring yourself up into dolphin. Walking feet forward. Okay, we're pressing the ground away. And then you're going to drop weight on your right foot and just lift the left leg up in the air. And then engage the hamstring, zip up the core, and lift the leg up high. Keep pressing the ground away and shoulder goes every day. Don't let that fall to the ground. If it falls to the ground, you need to again work on dolphin, plank, down dog, and regular plank. Come down, release, go to child's pose, relax. Now keep working, lifting one leg up at a time. Here's what's nice. Once you feel ready, use the wall, and you can work yourself up into your headstand. Now another great thing to do when you're working in the headstand, when we actually take the hands and interlace the fingers, we're putting the hands right at the back of the head, with the elbows and forearms in. The head won't even touch the ground here. The reason why we're doing it with interlaced fingers, you're creating a little tripod with the arms and the fingers to protect your cervical spine. Some people will do a tripod headstand where they have the hands on the ground, they put their forehead on their crown, they have the ground, and they lift up. Works for some people, but I like to err on the side of caution and to stabilize the neck, give it protection with the forearms, okay? So, check it out, here we go. Interlace the fingers, head right there between the hands, press the ground away, lift up into dolphin, walk the feet forward, keep pressing the shoulders down the back, ground away. You stabilize the head because you're supporting with your fingers. You can lift one leg up, keep that core engaged, and then we lift the other leg up too. Press the ribs back, keep pressing the ground away. What's great is there's the wall. Okay, if you need the wall, it's right there. Thigh bones back, keep pressing the shoulders down the spine. You got this. Then slowly release out. And go to child's pose. So, if you are the type to kick your legs up versus slowly entering, then you're giving yourself too much power to the legs and throwing them up, where most of the work is coming from the core, stabilizing the hamstrings and coming up nice and straight. A modification for some people is actually bending the knees and letting the feet touch the wall. Let me show you. Again, interlace, protect the head. Come up in the dolphin, walk your feet forward, now bend the knees, and then you can take your feet back to the wall. Then walk the feet up, and you can straighten the legs. Keep pressing the ground away, shoulder blades at the back. And when you're ready, slowly come out. Again, you can bend the knees if you want. Coming out slowly like this, and then gently coming down and releasing the child's pose. Headstand is a lot of work. Okay, and it's important that we protect that cervical spine, we strengthen that shoulder girdle, and we improve that core. So again, the planking, the dolphin plank, the down dogs, work at least 3 different rounds of those, holding for at least 30 seconds. Then we can get up to the full dolphin, the one-legged dolphin, and eventually using a wall to come up into a headstand. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later. Namaste.